rest. You got the back, and now we're trying to escape, and then we're maintaining it, and then we're looking to essentially trap their arms so they can't use their arms to defend, and then basically get the choke, all right? So let's look at sort of the end of the story here. So like, we already have their back, we've maintained the back, and let's take them to the APS, or the armpit side. Okay, so we're in the armpit side, all right, we're gonna put our foot already across their stomach, okay? Like this, so everything's on the top. Your leg is free on the top, their body weight's on this leg, so you can't really do anything with it other than just control them here. So we're gonna use the first method of, we wanna start trapping their arms like this and putting it behind their back, but it can be difficult to get there. So we're gonna rip our hand away, go with the same side control, so like same side, passing it to a cross grip. Everything, you know, I would say that the majority of the time you want to use that cross grip, because going same side means you have to go over your own arm, and there's a little gap, and when I pull my arm, she can pull her arm out. But when you use a cross grip, your arm's not in the way, and it's easy for you to just put your heel there, and then scrape, and then get behind. So when they have a grip, you're gonna rip your hand away, boom, 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 get on top of their hand, pass it to a cross grip, which is the armpit hand. This passes it down, and then if they're flaring their elbow defending a little bit, you can pull their arm back, flattening them out, and then take your heel, putting it right by their wrist, keep it tight on their body as you move it behind, and then nice and clean behind their back, okay? And you may wanna even slide your leg a little bit down, so when you pinch your knee sideways, it's gonna be on, like near their elbow and straighten out their arm. Okay, this one, don't relax it and let it just float down, and keep it kind of flexed and like hooked on their leg if you can. Now, she's probably going to be blocking her neck because most likely the choke is coming from the side because their choke hand is free. So I go to choke, she grabs my wrist. Now, she needs to keep controlling my wrist or else my choke hand's free, so naturally she's going to want to do that. So what I'm going to do is just let her control my hand and loop my hand so now it's in the middle. Now, if you guys are over on that side, you might want to come over here so you can see this next step, all right? So we call this the locksmith, and it comes with a little story, all right? So you put your hand through the hole. It's a weird story.
You have to pay the locksmith to open your door.
Sure. Okay, so you put your hand through the hole, all right? You ask for some change. So this palm up, you're asking for change. The bottom of your wrist, so the outside of your wrist is projected straight down at their forearm. It can't be sideways and definitely isn't like that, so it's palm up, okay? Then, depending on where she's grabbing my hand, I can either go S grip or gable grip, okay? If she's grabbing further down my wrist, it's nice to go gable grip. If she's grabbing closer to my hand, I can't gable grip, so I'm just going to S grip. But how does this work? It's a wrist lock to be able to get her hand off of my hand and get control of her hand. So now, watch how it works. This. Here's the move. Okay? So how do you do it? You project this wrist downward, straight at their forearm with the back of your wrist, and at the same time you project this one upward, okay? So they're going away from each other like this, and at the very last thing, you raise your elbow, and that'll pop the grip. And then you turn around and quickly grab their hand. So here's what it looks like. 1, 2, boom. See, it's like a little magic trick, and it's amazing. So I've been using it for a long, long time, just like that little trick. So here, boom. So we trapped the top arm, and now we've got control of the bottom arm. If they try to circle around, we can follow it and then get control of their hand. Now, you have your thumb, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 2 scenarios. They're tucking their chin, they're being very good about it, and we're just gonna dig her hand under, get that thumb under, lift. She keeps being really stubborn about tucking her chin. I get my fingers, tuck your chin really hard, yes. And I walk my fingers and platform my fingers like this, and I walk a little deeper, do it again, and then grab, hooking behind her shoulder. And what I want to do is make her chin look this way as I go to her shoulder. Don't let her chin look to the right, yeah, and then she'll find some space in that elbow. So when I go under, I lift, fingers under, lift, fingers under, lift, and hook her shoulder. And I want to guide her chin over it, make my head tight, and pull my elbow back to get the tap. Now, you guys can get 1 tap, pull them a little bit off the mat, pull your hand out, and just do a rear naked choke like this. So you got 2 taps, okay? If that wasn't enough information, I could always add more. All right, so just be grateful. All right, so look, I go here, get my foot up, and my feet are on the top now. I rip my hand away. My goal is to take a same side grip, pass to a cross grip, trap my heel, and bring it behind the back. Now the top one's trapped. And then I attack the neck, she grabs my wrist. I loop it. Point palm up, ask for some change, give her some change, and then wrist lock them. And then grab their wrist. Then you're gonna scoop under their chin, you're gonna lift, 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 fingers under, lift, reach for the shoulder, head tight, and elbow back for the finish. Okay, one more time. All right, seatbelt, armpit side. Okay, we're gonna rip away, pass their wrist to a cross grip. Cross grip passes down, heel goes and traps their arm. Now, she's holding my wrist, so I pass this, hand through the hole, ask some change, boom, either S grip or gable grip, roll my wrist, high elbow, and trap. Now both arms are trapped. She can't defend her neck with her arms. She's tucking her chin, I go, boom, get on her chin, scoop, 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 hand under, because she's being stubborn still, tuck your chin more, lift, and then reach. And then my head goes tight, and I pull my elbow back. Now I'm gonna do a little rock like this and pull her shoulder off the ground and then take the arm out. And then this goes in the bicep. Look how my hand goes in the bicep as this goes behind her head. And then I squeeze for the second type. Okay? All right. Whew. That's a lot of talking. All right, guys, you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3.